Hello everybody and welcome back to some more of our FM19 Journeyman, where we are now in Finland about to take on our first two games in charge of Jaro. Now, if you missed the first video that went up just before this, we go through the team, the tactics, our expectations, and just a general idea of what we're trying to do. But for now, we're going to play the first two games, so if you want to see that, just go back and watch it, then come back to this video. Now, there are a couple of fitness issues going into this game against Kyani. Notably, Sjöstedt and Ulike are a little bit low. I'm just hoping they can see it out. They should hopefully be fine. There's a couple of match sharpness issues too, especially Massey, who apparently hasn't been playing for Torslander. But I'm hoping it doesn't cause too many problems. So, we're going to get stuck into this. And, well, we need to give some squad numbers to a couple of players, notably all of our Torslander lot, who hopefully can impress today and prove that they've deserved this move into the Finnish First League. Now, they've got a 4-2-4. This should suit our Torslander players. We played against this a lot in Sweden. So, it's a good sign, really. It's a good sign. We did very well against this. Peth has got a wonderful head of hair on him, by the way. That is beautiful. Sorry, that just really caught my eye and distracted me. Let's get passionate. Let's say a team such as ours should be winning this match. They didn't care. Not a great sign when you first take over a club if your players don't care about your team talks. Let's get rid of the league table. We don't need that. It's a bit early for that, really. So, we need to try and close a 3-point gap. Hopefully, we can get that underway here today. Well, I pointed out Massey's match sharpness issues, and he has got injured immediately. 15 minutes into the game, a potential foot injury. I think it's going to be Kujampa who I bring on for... Oh, no, it might be Perala, actually. It might be neither of them, actually. We don't really have many good central midfielders, is sort of the issue. I'm trying to figure out the best way to sort of do this. Can you play it defensive mid, maybe? A little bit you can. You know what? We'll just go with this. Who's better, Perala or Kajampa? Kajampa! Okay, you're playing. Let's go with this. Why not? It should work. It's unfortunate to have an injury to a player this early, but we do have a free kick. Landholm to Kajampa. The substitute has just come on to Takahashi. And we're knocking it around quite nicely here. Maybe we can try and build something. Kajampa... we need to try and find an attacking outlet here. Takahashi might be able to pick one out. He gives it to Landholm out on the left wing. Can he put it across? He can. Ulike manages to strike. Landholm on his first game after I bring him in manages to get an assist like we saw him do all the time at Torslander. We pointed out Ulike as being quite a good goal scorer. He's up there tied for second, now tied for first in the division with only 6 goals. Maybe if we were able to unlock him and get more goals with him, he can actually claim that and prove that he is a very, very good player. I think he's got the potential to do it. I'm quite optimistic about him, and seeing him grab a goal this early into our managerial start with the club is a great sign. But they do have a throw-in. We need to try and shut this out and, well, maybe turn it into an attack of our own as they whip it across, and it is very, very good. Oh, it came off of Milosavljevic. Oh, I thought it came off of their striker and he put it in. Okay. Milosavljevic just scored an own goal. Milosavljevic. I need to figure out how to say that. I know how to say it, but I can't get the syllables out in the right order. It's really... Oh, it did and all. It came off of his head. That's really unfortunate. Okay, it's an unfortunate way to concede. We've scored a good goal and conceded unfortunately. There's still positives to take here. Hopefully, we can, kick on and maybe score another one, put ourselves back in the lead before half-time. Half-time is fast approaching then, and it remains at 1-1. No highlights outside of the 2 goals, which is rather unfortunate. And we've had that injury to Massey. So assertively say... Unlucky. No reaction. I thought unlucky might be fair. We've scored, conceded an own goal, had an injury. It seemed like a fair shout to me, which is why I went for it, but they didn't really react. So let's kick on to the second half. Immediately tell them to get creative, try and get some form of reaction out of them. And maybe we can, just try and carve out something that can allow us to win this game. So, 62 minutes in and just nothing is going on, so we're going to make some changes. We're going to move our wingers inside and take them both off the pitch, neither of them having great games, a 6.2 and a 6.3. We're going to bring on Daniel Persson in the attacking midfield role as let's go with an attacking midfielder on support. And then we're going to bring on Arjan at Samiqui. It makes sense, right? He was good for us at Torslander in his last season. Let's see if he can do the same here. Bring him on as an advanced forward, go to a narrow diamond, try and carve something out in these last sort of 25, 20 minutes. Okay, we have a throw-in. It's in our own half. Maybe, though, we can build something. Peth tries to knock it forward, but it just falls to them, and now they're in possession. This is dangerous, because I don't know, we do have a good defence, actually. I'm not used to saying it. We do actually have quite a good defence. Maybe we can prove why they're so good here. Oh, the double sliding challenge sees Peth win the ball. He pumps forward, but it's just going to go to their centre half. Unfortunately, we can't get on the end of it. They kick it up very nicely. A lot of curve on that. Their player on a booking, but that doesn't really matter when they're in possession. And the long ball forward is very good, but we close him down. Erberg makes the save. There's a great run back there from our centre half. Whoever number 12 is, I think it's Moses. did a fairly good job. And now they're in our half again. No, they head towards goal. Fundal Ryberg manages to clear just about, but they put in another cross. Milosavljevic manages to clear it. It's so hard to say fast. Milosavljevic. It's not that difficult. But 5 minutes remaining and we're still at a 1-1 draw due to an own goal. This is, it's not great. This is going to be full time as well. It's disappointing, really. We could have done better and to lose it or to draw it from an own goal. Not ideal, but they are a fair bit higher in the league than us. They're on a better run of form. I think we should probably tell them that isn't good enough, so I'm going to be quite aggressive and say that wasn't good enough. And they all reacted very well to that, which is good. It shows they've got ambition, fight, and they want to be doing better than we are, which is good to see. Landholm getting man of the match is a good sign, considering we've just bought him in. He was obviously very good for us at Torslanda. Glad to see him replicating that here. But, well, they've just dropped to 6th, actually. With that one result, it shows how tight the league table is. They've dropped to 6th, but we are now 4 points off of that top half position, which we need. We need to start pulling in some results, and we need to start doing it now. So, here we are then for the second game against Harker, and just something to report, the squad are not very happy. Basically, Kevin Peth and Kahim Moses both want to leave, and I've told them they can't. And I tried to talk the squad round and they weren't really having it. So a lot of the squad aren't really too happy. Also, a couple more faces in the side. You may have noticed Jonathan Olsen already. He came. And also, Martin Kettler is going to make his way onto the bench in place of Perala. Yeah, I don't see me bringing Perala on at any point. I'm probably going to get a second tactic set up with 2 strikers because we've got a lot of strikers now I'm quite comfortable with. So, let's get this team submitted. For now, we're still going to stick with the wingers for this game. But we may switch to it mid-game if we need to. If just we're struggling. They've got a 4-4-1-1 now. It's quite a tricky formation this year to play against. It's very effective, to be honest. But I'm hoping we can handle it. So let's passionately say I'm expecting you to win. They listen keenly, but that's about it. Nothing else to note. Let's get underway and hopefully we can put 3 points on the board today like we probably should have done in the last game. They've got a free kick here then. Kokonen's going to put it in. They go straight to the back post and, well, back post set pieces. Very strong on this year's Football Manager and we see them utilised there. Jaro manages to bag the header off of, well, a straightforward cross from the free kick, to be honest. The marking wasn't great. The keeper went for the ball and just couldn't quite reach it. Unfortunately, it puts them at 1-0 up just inside the first half and they have a corner to start the highlight, which is terrifying. Hits the crossbar. Landholm manages to get it clear. Will this continue or will this be the end of the highlight? For now, it's carrying on as they're passing it around the midfield. Okay, there it goes. 1-0 down still. Just coming up to the end of the first half, essentially. We've got a lot of yellow cards littering the team, especially in some of these more defensive areas, which is a bit worrying. But it's still only 1-0. We can come back from that. We've had a lot of play. We've had shots on target. We've just not seen any of them, which is, well, the kind of annoying part, really. Hopefully, though, if we go in for a team talk and just assertively say I expect to see a much better showing, a few of them liked it, but not really enough. Not really as many as I would have liked. Hopefully we can turn this around, though. We've still got time left in the game. Maybe we can just about pull this back. Okay, well, there is a highlight, but I'm not sure whose favourite it's going to be. And Moses is on the ball at the back. Still playing, even though he does want to leave. He's just too good to drop, really. Jonathan Olsen in the centre of the park to Takahashi. Forward to the ball's going everywhere and he's managed to slot it away. And, well, it's his second goal in 2 games for us. His 11th goal of the season. Not all of those are in the league. It is worth noting we are still in a cup competition, I believe. But, well, it's a great ball forward from Takahashi and manages to get on the end of it. Just about gets a touch on it to beat the defender and then puts it away at the very near post. The keeper has a mare there, to be honest. It's more a fault of the keeper than the good play by but he did well to put it away anyway, scoring in that tight of an angle. It levels the game up at 1-1. Now they have a throw-in our half. They head it onwards, but it's a penalty. What? Oh, Felix van der Rijberg handballed it. Come on, we've got a good keeper. Maybe we can keep this out. There is a bit of chance. We've seen worse keepers than him save penalties. No, he gets completely wrong-wayed. And it's back to their lead because van der Rijberg decided to handball it. Which wasn't particularly threatening anyway, because, well, they weren't doing a lot. To me, by the way, it didn't look like his hand touched it, but the match engine's weird, so I'm just going to take the game's word for it. Still time left for us to pull back another equaliser, though. Hopefully, we can pull it out. So, Harala on this left-hand side is on a shocking rating, so I'm going to make some changes. Similar to how we did last game, but instead of Samikwi coming on, it's going to be Marcus Kettler making his debut. Must be at least 4 players trained by a club in Finland. Urberg, Peth, Santari... What? Oh, so he can't take Sjöstedt off because there wouldn't be enough players who were trained in Finland. Were you trained in Finland? This was something I didn't know was a thing. Hold on, let's just undo all these changes then. Who is it who's having the poor game? Harala? Is he one of the 4? Yes, he is. Right, this is annoying. Are you one of the... Oh, you can come on. This is very, very, very difficult. Okay, so what if we bring on Person first? And then was Sjöstedt one of the 4? I think he was, right? Oh, this is difficult. So we've gone for a triple change. We've brought on Kajampa, Person, and Kettler. This keeps the balance of 4 Finnish players. I need to go and figure out after this game who our Finnish players are so I don't get caught out by this again. But, yeah, we've gone to the narrow diamond. We're going to confirm these changes, get underway, and try and grab an equalising goal. And maybe, if we can do it soon enough, push for a winner. But it doesn't look like we are going to be able to as well. Time is ticking away very quickly and not a lot is happening. Not what I wanted. I just misclicked. Get creative. I really should have paused when I did that because there's not long left. But we do have a highlight. A free kick in our own half. Fundel Ryberg pumps forward. It falls to them. But Landholm reclaims the ball. Pumps a long ball up which goes to them again. And now they are back in possession. Jaro, who scored 2 goals on it, gives it to Allman. They're knocking it around quite nicely here. But maybe we can win it back. The long ball goes up and Ben is on the ball. He's running at our keeper. He strikes and it goes just wide. But, well, it's not really doing a lot because whether we lose by 3 goals or 2 goals or 1, sorry, doesn't make a massive difference. But a highlight with seconds remaining or just over a minute. And, well, we are in possession of the ball. There's a long ball up. Marcus Kettler's on it. He's running towards goal. He strikes. It goes wide. I got excited. I'm sorry. I had hope. I thought Marcus Kettler was going to score a banging equaliser and everything was going to be right with the world. So far, Landholm's been good. The rest of our Torslander players not really done a whole lot, apart from Fundel Ryberg, who gave away a penalty to lose us this game. Not the best sign, is it? But, well, we are going to pick up a defeat here, and it's not great to our start at Jaro. Well, come on, ref, you could have let that go out. I mean... we might have ran on the end of that and scored. But, nonetheless, it's a 2-1 defeat, which is, well, not good enough. Let's blast them aggressively, not happy. They all look fired up, motivated. It's all well and good now, isn't it? But, well, it's not what we needed. So, see, it says that we've won this competition group, but when I go to our schedule, it doesn't say we have any competition games. I'm very, very confused. Oh wait, it's the Finnish Cup Group A. It was played before. I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. But, well, Moses is suspended, so that's great. Was he a Finnish trained player? I don't know. I'm going to go and figure out who our Finnish trained players are. Try and set up some sort of tactic which takes these wingers off the pitch because they're not doing anything, which is just annoying. And, well, just try and rejig the whole thing. So, tomorrow we'll be back for 2 more games where we have VIFK... which, well, it sounds like YMCA, really, and TPS, who are first. Sounds like we're playing against some postal services. Very strange indeed. But, well, I mean, VIFK, or VIFK, is definitely a winnable game. We've not actually fallen any further behind from 5th. So, it's not as bad as it could be. A win against them tomorrow, and then maybe pull out something against TPS, and we can be right back in amongst this race. We are slowly dropping towards the relegation zone. I'm trying to ignore that. So, if you enjoyed the first 2 games in the Finnish First Division, let me know what you think. If you didn't, let me know what you think too. I want to hear either way. But, thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you all back tomorrow for 2 more games. Video goes up at 5:30, or you can subscribe to get it into your feed, whichever you prefer. Catch you all tomorrow. Have a great night.